Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Gonna have a crossout video for us today, guys. Now in today's video we are going to be going over this triple executioner Nox hover that I've created for next week's Battle for Uranium. The reason I've done that is because the thing about next week's Battle for Uranium, or the unique thing about it, is that you cannot run wheeled or tracked builds in Uranium Wars next week. This will basically mean that the meta should shift quite heavily to hovers, at least at first. And then, because I imagine like early week Battle for Uranium next week is probably going to be like Sharon hovers, Athena hovers, maybe even like a squishy Scorpion hover if that's possible. And then at some point, someone's going to counter it, but you can't counter it with wheels, obviously. So they'll probably counter it with, if I had to take a guess, like a Triton Myriad Spider, and that you can chase hovers down with at 80 kilometers an hour still, because Myriads will still be allowed. So I imagine that's going to be like the meta for Uranium Wars that next week, but I didn't want to start with like the sweaty meta stuff, or what I think would be the sweaty meta stuff, because that's not particularly fun. In Uranium Wars, when it comes around, I prefer to run the really fun builds at the beginning of the week when placement isn't as important, and then get to the sweatier stuff as the week goes on, when obviously you want to place for that uranium. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to run 3 executioners to hit people really hard and penetrate into the build quite heavily. You pair that with the Nox Cabin. The Nox Cabin recently got a buff whereby any weapon now just gets a 35% penetration buff flat out, and then an additional 45 when you get the perk. Basically meaning that our executioners are going to get at least 85% pen on their shells before they explode, which should be at least really fantastic, because executioners in this game, I've always had like a history of just hitting really hard but being really like difficult to make work on a build. So I figured that it should be a fun build to use against practically anything, especially early on. And just you basically just peek someone, hit them really hard with 3 cannons, and then go back into cover and rinse and repeat. And that's basically it, guys. For 12,000 power score, we've got, what else have we got? We got red hovers. I prefer red hovers these days, mostly because of the durability. Actually, I'll talk about a couple of minutes now about why I prefer red hovers to blue these days. And if you're not interested, you can obviously just skip ahead. But red hovers have better durability than blue hovers by quite a large margin these days. The first one is that they have just more durability. They have 250 as opposed to 200. But the nice thing about red hovers is that they have more tonnage than blues. If you want a blue hover these days, you're probably going to need to run a tonnage engine like a fin whale or something like that, just to make up the tonnage of the build. With red, you don't need that, which means you can run a red hover paired with a Colossus, because a Colossus gives really good power, but it also gives you 20% extra durability to movement parts, which means that red hovers with a Colossus have 300 durability, as opposed to blue hovers that have like 190 to 200, which is really nice. Also, finally, hovers just got their perks, and red hovers are really nice because, as you can see, it increases movement part damage protection by 30% for each enemy within 50 meters, stacks up to 4 times. So you can get 300 Dura on each of the hovers, paired with about 120% damage protection. I'm not sure how the hell damage protection works in this game, to be honest, so don't ask, but still, as you can see, it's going to be a lot more durable than a blue hover would, and the only advantage blue hovers really have is that they go 10 kilometers an hour faster, which I just don't think is worth it for the most part, to be honest. I just prefer red, especially on a build like this at lower power score. And yeah, that's it, guys. We're going to jump into the usual 6 games of PvP now, just to see how well triple executioners do in Crossout 2025. So, hope you all enjoy. Okay, first game in the executioners. I forgot to say in the intro, I've actually put an iris on this build as well, just to help with, well, this basically. Now, if you could actually shoot something today, that would be well. Oh my god, I'm just getting screwed. Oh, good start. Good start, executioners. Good boys. That was a terrible start. A double shot. I mean, big numbers. Okay, guys, we need to push these 3 down below, because what's that guy doing in the map? Anyone see that guy just wiggle? Oh! I mean, yeah, man, it hits hard. Ah, Tritons. I'm trying to help, mate. I mean, this guy with the cap guns is doing God's work, right? He's under the... Oh, no, never mind. My guy's just killing him for free. Good on me. Kaboom! Oh, I mean, yeah, you get really like solid numbers, I would say. I like it. I like it a lot so far, actually. Guy's on smoke. He's not on fire, but he's not on fire. Oh, haha, that feels so satisfying. Make trigger. Oh, yes, that's what you want. Like I said, guts. Guts is the build you want. Why didn't you just shoot them? Alright, well, the first game went pretty fantastic, to be honest. I've always had a bit of a soft spot for the Executioner in Crossout. Just because it's the 88mm gun that they put on the Tiger tank and stuff. Well, I say put on the Tiger tank. The gun was so good, the Germans put it on anything they could, because it was just that good. But including the Tiger tank. Okay, spider guy next to me, please don't... Okay, I'm getting snowballed. Spin! Oh my god, that was so close. I survived! I thought that guy had me in. Oh wow, that is a lot of damage. Please, let me up. Ah, come on, mate. You could have shot him from like 5 meters away. You didn't need to be like right next to it. Shoot wheels or frames, I guess. What are you shooting at? Shield the gun as low as much as possible. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Bloody hell, that's close. One HP. Okay. Benjarumi. Oh, so you're done there. Okay. Let's charge him down. Sure. Ah. That's good. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm enjoying the Executioner so far. Something really fun about... That guy just hit a Mars pick, didn't he? Is there something really fun about running a really high damage, really squishy hover? It's one of the best builds to run in the game, to be honest. Entertainment. I missed uninstall the game. Is that a... Okay. I don't know what I just hit. Oh god. Oh, that looked like a hit. Oh, I do love the damage on him, man. You get some really good numbers out of it. Oh, yes! I was open for that one. Trying to help him, mate. Oh, it's a bot. Alright, trying to help the bot. I should retreat. Okay, my team's good. Good job, Lou. Help me. God, please get out of there before they all kill you. No, okay. I see you. A gun? You can do it, executioners. Thank you. Alright, who we got left? What did they have? It was another Triton build. There he is. And they, oh wait, I gotta get to C so they don't. Yeah, I definitely meant to do that. Teammates, you make my life difficult. Drop, please drop. Yes, thank you. He's still alive. How are you still alive? Jesus. Okay. We're okay. We're gonna lose to Egoton. Give me a gun. Oh, I suck. No, yeah, I'm done. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Damn it. Ain't gonna do so hard at home. Yeah, gotta say, the executioners are doing pretty well so far. They're actually more difficult to use than I expected. Because, how do I put this? Because they're low on alpha and they rely on their penetration, you've got to be very specific where you shoot. You know, you've got to shoot at the guts of the build. If you hit them in the carb or the guns, for the most part, it's kind of wasted, depending on the gun they have. So it's kind of counterproductive to most cannon builds because you've got to aim carefully, more like a scorpion would. You know? Interesting. Not complaints, just like interesting. Oh, I do love those numbers though. This thing would be great on a Catalina, I know what I think about it. Ooh! There's our journey. Oh crap, not good. Oh, yeah, I like it. I like it. It feels so good. Hello, Mr. Ace. There are a lot of Tritons in the game right now. Oh wait, that guy's stripped. He was reborn it. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse it. Sorry, mate. I got low alpha guns. I'm trying to help. Yeah, I think Tritons will probably be like a Triton Myriad Spider. It's gonna be kind of nasty next week when it's chasing down hovers and stuff. Yeah, I love these guns, man. The Tiger gun. Right. Do a couple more games then. Yeah, I really like this build. It's really fun and just nice to play. It feels great, to be honest. It's not like sweaty or anything like that. It's not overpowered. It's not underpowered. It's just nice and fun. I would, if you can, recommend getting this because one of the reasons why I built this as well is because if you 800 cab, how? That's right. Yeah, sorry. If you had the battle pass, you've got a Nox, obviously, and executioners are in the mini battle pass fusion as well, I believe. So you should be able to get your hands on this pretty easily. How do I not take off single wheel? Yeah, there we go. That's what you want. There's a pen. Mate, drop. Drop, mate, drop. You're gonna get screwed. Come in. Oh, he's got a cardiac. Nice. This is bad. Oh, this is really bad. I can use my gun's recoil to get me up. Oh, I love. I was gonna say, I can use my gun's recoil to shoot myself away. Right, he's not running after me. I should take him. Okay, we'll push the guy on the right then, because he must be on his own. I mean, his frame can't be much stronger, surely. No, they cannot. And yeah, things like this, they feel great. You know, this still feels amazing. That was such a bad shot. Good job, Kristen. 13, okay. Right, we'll call this the last game then. Yeah, I really like the triple executioners. They're not like strong or like meta or anything like that. They're probably on the weaker side, to be honest. They need a bit more damage, a bit more alpha damage with their pen, but they're really satisfying to play. And when you aim correctly and when you hit people in the right spots, as you can see, it does a lot of damage. So I like them. I'm really glad I made this build. So, and they work really well on the Nox card. It feels stronger on there. Like, as long as you're not firing into front of someone's cabin, it feels really quite useful. Hello, Dave. No, I'm not even here, man. Don't worry about me. Bloody hell. 4 destructors on a photon bot. I'm gonna shop at that thing. Sorry, mate. Oh, terrible. He's only got one gun, so I can... Thank you. Oh yeah, big numbers. I should have built this in on a catapult. This is a bit of a problem. This builds like this is what is a problem, because he's got a mainframe carbine, so shooting his carbine is going to take a week. And his guns are mounted on the roof, so I have to just shoot weapons now. But Reapers take a 2-shot, even with triple executioners, which is a bit weird. Any day now. Still, bloody mainframes. Right, who's left? Alright, they're saying hello to each other on base. Are my guys winning or losing? Oh, there we go, that's what you want. Okay, and that is it for the Executioner Nox Hover. As you guys can see, it does really well when you're shooting at the correct spots. When you can make the most of its penetration and get deep into the builds to pop the jennies and whatnot, you get really good damage and really good numbers out of this thing. I still feel like the Executioners are a bit on the weaker side. I think they could do with a bit more base damage. Because bearing in mind, this build right here, these are 10 energy cannons. So we've got 30 energy devoted just to the weapons, which is obviously a lot. And our damage output is only about 550. That means that we are heavily reliant on our penetration. But as we can see in game, there are plenty of situations whereby you simply cannot pen anything because you are facing either a frontal mounted carbine or high HP weapons mounted on top of a carbine, and at which point you're just reliant on your alpha damage, and we don't have that much in this build. So I think a good, like I said, 10-15% but damage buff on the executioners would put them in a really solid place. That being said, I still absolutely love these guns and love this build. It feels really quite just fun to use, just to hit people with really large cannons, then go back into cover. There's something about it, it's really just nice and fun to play. So I'm definitely going to be running this early week in Uranium Wars next week when I'm not, making videos and making new builds and stuff. So if you are looking for just a fun build to use at 12,000 power score, I would recommend something like this because if you want to get the executioners off the market, I think they're only about 500 coins or so. And like I said, Nox Carbon is in the main battle pass, and the Executioner Fusion is in the mini one. So hope you all enjoyed the video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you for tomorrow's.